This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hey, London, we're coming to see you again this September 15th. Why can't you just let me talk, Tom?
Because it didn't seem like you knew what the word was going to be.
Yeah, that's true. We're coming to the London Podcast Festival at King's Place, and we're very excited. We're only doing one night this year, so you better get your dang tickets quickly. It's, as I said earlier, September 15th. It's a Saturday night. It's at 9:30 p.m. Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Yeah, it's what people say. It's what the kids are saying.
It's how they sell shows nowadays.
Give it a go. Is in the UK, it's a very popular phrase, Tom.
Yeah, you say so.
TCGTE.com/live. Don't sleep on it. Go see the podcast show.
Give it a go. Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm Tim.
Tim, how are you doing this week?
Tom, I'm very hot, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that later.
Ooh, it's a hot one.
Ooh, it's a scorcher. But hey, Tom,
You
don't
know
blow
that
it.
Santana song, Santana and Rob Thomas, that goes, ooh, it's a hot one.
In the city tonight, baby. Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, it is a hot one, Tim. Did you ask me a question? Did you ask how I was doing? I'm doing good. I had a funny thing happen last night. Not a funny thing. I observed a funny thing.
Wow, Tom.
What?
That was quite a distinction. You were going to say you had a funny thing happen to you,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen
No,
to
it
you.
didn't happen to me at all. It was just one of these. Whenever I'm
This was a really, really A-list setup to a story. Hey, I observed a funny thing.
Yeah, it was on TV. It was this sitcom.
Oh, situation comedy.
No, I was. Whenever I'm walking my dog at night, I'm always being like a real looky-loo.
Yeah, you got to be alert.
Yeah. No, I'm like looking through everybody's windows.
A real peeping Tom.
Yeah. No, because you always hear about like whenever they find a body or
What?
or like somebody's
Oh,
a
it's somebody-
witness,
yeah.
somebody walking their dog.
Yeah, because why else? People just don't go outside anymore, Tom.
It's true.
It's too dangerous.
Well, but like
People are
especially
always getting murdered.
well, especially like 11 o'clock at night, like very few people are going outside their residence and just kind of like wandering around for 10 minutes.
That's when I'm just waking up, Tom.
Yeah. Really? Wait, you wake up at 11 at night?
Yeah, I'm nocturnal. I told you this,
No,
right?
you didn't tell me this.
This whole time, we've known each other for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake in the nighttime hours.
I guess it makes sense. I never see you in the
Yeah.
morning.
No, or the day.
Or when I do, you're wearing pajamas and taking off an eye mask and going, and it always struck me as weird that I'm like, well, it's like 11 in the morning. It's pretty late in the day now.
Yeah, no, I'm just usually just getting up to get a glass of water and then right back to my
Right back to bed. Yeah.
slumbering. Yeah.
Do you ever get up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water?
No.
Yeah, right.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Getting water out of me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that gets up like.
You know what? Sometimes, look, I'm not a big drinker these days. I can't handle the alcohol that much. So if I have a few beers or drinks,
Oh, then you'll be thirsty. Yeah, that happens to me.
It's the later. It's you know what? I
gotta
might
pee.
even call that morning when I'm just like, hey, it's 5 a.m. and I
Right.
really
It's
need
earlier
I
than
need
you would
a
get
drink
up.
of water.
Yeah, it happens to me. But like, there are a lot of people that go to bed with a glass of water.
I do that,
I don't do that.
and my
I'll
wife.
knock that over.
Glass of water on one side, my wife on the other side.
Wow, you got it made.
Yep, made in the shade, my friend.
And
Twin bed.
and you sleep in the shade.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I can tell our bed's right under the tree.
I know for a while you had them. So they're still outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say for a while you had the beds outside. I know.
Yeah, exactly. And
said
it
it
needs
was-
to be under the tree in the shade because we sleep during the day.
Well, and you value your privacy.
Exactly.
So I was outside last night, just kind of like,
Walking the dog. You were
I was
walking your
walking the
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
I wasn't wandering around. I was lost.
You can't change your story at this point, Tom.
And I saw something that, like, man, I was like, my dog wanted to go back inside. I was like, no, I gotta see what happens. You know about, but a lot of other people in different areas of the world might not know what this is. In New York City,
I can't wait to hear what this is. This is
in New York City, we had this thing called pizza.
pizza pie.
Pizza pie.
We
You
call
wouldn't
it
believe
pizza
it.
pie, yeah.
But it's not like any pie you've ever seen before.
No, it's a savory pie,
Yeah.
but not like a savory pie that you're thinking.
Not just a salt pie.
No, this has sauce,
Mm-hmm.
cheese,
Yeah.
sometimes pepperonis.
No, that wasn't what it was. I saw. I was explaining. We have these things called car-to-goes, and they're smart cars.
Car, the number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
They're smart cars, little tiny cars, 2-seaters, and the way it works is you have an app on your phone, and if you need to borrow one of these cars, you go on the app, you unlock it, and the timer starts ticking, right?
Yeah.
So it's I think it's
You
like,
rent these cars through an app.
yeah, you rent them by the minute,
Yeah.
and then you can drop them off, and once you've
And
dropped
that's
it
why
off,
they're like, hey, there's always a reminder playing in the car going, hey, this is by the minute. You better hurry up, sucker.
Well, and that leads me to what I observed, which was very obviously like right outside the building I live in.
What's the address?
It's Trump Tower.
Okay.
I have
Ooh.
right below the penthouse. That's mine. My girlfriend lives upstairs.
Your girlfriend lives in the penthouse of Trump Tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell you any more about her.
That's, I'm not asking.
So I saw this.
Penthouse. Sorry, just going over it in my head. I'm just
No,
trying to-
don't give it too much thought,
I'm
Tim.
not gonna-
Anybody
I'm
could
not
live
gonna-
up
yeah,
there.
yeah, okay.
You wouldn't be able to figure it out.
think so.
So I'm watching what is very obviously a date wrapping up, but in a car to go.
Do you think was the whole date in the car to go?
No, I think the whole date. I think they went on the date, but it was that time at the end of the date. Well, you've never been on a date, you've said.
I've never been on a date.
Um,
Thankfully, avoided that my entire
yeah.
life.
Well, thankfully you had that arranged marriage saved you.
It happens sometimes, Tom. You shouldn't joke about it.
So I'm watching what is very obviously like the guy who's driving the car to go like, here's the big moment, the goodbye, like, what's gonna happen here? Do I make a move? Am I gonna be invited upstairs?
And you're watching this.
Yeah, I'm like
Just a man on the street watching.
I've got
this.
my face up against the windshield watching this.
So your body is splayed on the
No,
hood of the car.
no, it's a very short
Oh
hood.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I could just stand. I could just lean over
Yeah.
and look right in.
No, it's really that's good for you.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
But like it was going on for so long, like 15 minutes, and like I could see the
Wait, you just watched two people in a
Yeah.
car for 15 minutes? What were they doing?
nothing, and that's why I was like,
Talking?
yeah, they were talking, chit
So
chatting.
maybe they were just chatting.
Yeah, but I could tell the guy was like real. The guy, it was very clear by like the way he kept like looking at, like looking around, looking at his watch and stuff. Like he was aware that the clock was ticking.
I mean, it's like 83 cents a minute or something.
No, it's less. I think it's like 41 cents a
Okay.
minute. But this
Oh,
guy,
exactly half price. Okay.
yeah.
It's a half price deal. I see.
But this guy, I don't know. It struck me as a weird thing to like take somebody on a date where you're paying by the minute for. I mean, I've taken plenty of people on dates where I'm paying by the minute at a hotel, but paying by the minute at a car to go, and you're this guy was like. I could tell by the way he was looking. He was like, do I like cut bait here? What do I do?
Why? Wait. Well, in your mind, what do you think he's thinking? Like, it's this lady might not kiss me, so I might as well just go home. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was more that like he was trying. I think it was obvious that like a kiss wasn't going to happen. And he was just trying to like, well, maybe if I like, play out the clock here, it will. But I'm also being charged by the minute by this dang clock. That's why I was like determined to try and stay out there to see what would happen. Because I wanted to see if like she got out and he was like, ah.
Oh, well, what happened?
I eventually had to, my dog started barking at me. So I didn't see what happened.
They were on to you.
Yeah. Well, the dog was?
No, I mean, as soon as the dog started barking, they
Yeah.
were probably
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Then
there's a man here looking
that
at us.
man's been hanging around here for a
Yeah.
while.
And you'd just be like, oh, the dog.
Yeah.
She just likes to come out here and bark sometimes.
Yeah, she just likes to come out here and watch the ending of dates.
So, to be clear, Tom,
Uh-huh.
the story you just told,
Yeah.
you were walking your dog.
Uh-huh.
Two people pulled up in a car and talked for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Then you went inside.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Only in New York.
Yeah, that's what I was
a
thinking.
real New York story.
I don't know. It never struck me to like take somebody on like presumably like a first date in
I think
a
you're
car to
making a
go.
lot of assumptions about this situation.
I don't know. It was like
It was also
making
yesterday
me
was the 4th
nervous.
of July. You think somebody went on a first date on the 4th
Tim,
of July?
I'll let you in on a little showbiz secret. It wasn't yesterday. This happened Monday. All right.
Oh, wow, you've been saving this one.
Yeah,
you
you
had this
gotta-
one in your back pocket
Well,
this whole
and
time.
you know, if I'm saying, "Oh, it happened on Monday," people are like, "Oh, it's old news." That's today's fish wrap. Is that what they say, or bird cage lining?
Yeah, some bird probably peed all over this.
Some bird shitting all over that story by now.
Yeah.
But not me. It's still fresh news to me. Been trying to keep an eye out for these people, see which one lives in the building. Presumably, the woman lives in the building if he was dropping her off.
Well, Tom, I advise you to just let it be
No,
and don't try to find this woman. Maybe.
Well, I know she doesn't live on the first floor because I've looked in all those windows.
Tom, we are not here to talk about you stalking couples.
No, that's not. It was just a tale of modern love in today's
Yeah. And
wacky,
again-
crazy gig economy.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. These two were probably.
They were probably both like, "Oh, I don't know if I should." An app didn't tell me if I should.
Yeah. Oh, TaskRabbit didn't tell me to give this person a kiss.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't downloaded the latest kissing update.
Tom, let's get to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
These last few days have been scorchers here in the Big Apple, and the backs of people's necks have been
Tim, are
getting
you just-
dirty and gritty.
Are you reading? You have a prepared statement?
Some of us do some pre-production for the
I
show.
told you I was looking around for a story to tell online.
You,
I've always got my ear to the ground.
these last few days have been scorchers here in the Big Apple, and the backs of people's necks have been getting dirty and gritty. But beyond giving people dirty and gritty necks, heat waves can be dangerous, Tom. So be sure to stay hydrated so you can stay safe. But also, don't forget to have some fun, since most heat waves occur in the summer, the most fun season of all. So come along with us as we talk about heat waves on this week's episode of the award-winning podcast, The Complete Guide to Everything with Tim and Tom. And now, heat waves. Now, Tom, you didn't want to call this episode heat waves because you said heat waves kill people.
Yeah,
Everything kills people.
that's true.
And guess what? I already told everybody to stay safe. Just
No,
stay
yeah,
hydrated.
there you go. So you probably
Drink
saved
water.
a few lives.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
So here we are, sitting in the heat. Hopefully, this will still be relevant when this comes out in 3 days.
Yeah. Well, there could be another heat wave. Do you know the U.S. definition of a heat wave?
The United States.
Or the Northeast definition of a heat wave?
the northeastern corridor of the United
Yeah.
States.
3 consecutive days where the temperature reaches or exceeds 90 degrees.
Well, hey, guess what?
We're in the
We're
middle
right
of one.
in the smack dab. I hope we're not in the middle, because if
Yeah.
this thing doesn't end soon, because I haven't been staying hydrated at all.
Yeah, I guess I haven't really either. I always have headaches.
I used to drink so much water, Tom.
Yeah, pee too much though.
Yeah. I mean, not not
Should
one.
get a catheter.
That's not a bad idea.
Save a lot of
At
time.
some point, there's going to be like a bro catheter thing, right?
Brotheter.
Yeah, it's like Tech Bros. They've already been like,
Yeah.
no, I don't have time to eat meals, right?
Yeah,
So
I
now
have
it's
to-
going
I
to
have
be
to
like,
drink Soylent.
yeah, and now there's going to be like, oh yeah, this. They're not going to call it a catheter,
No.
but they're just going to be like, it's like I don't know, like.
Yeah, sometime in the next.
free yourself from the tyranny of the bathroom.
Well, hopefully
And
they'll
then
come up with a catchier name than
No,
that.
that's gonna be the catchphrase. And then like it's gonna be essentially a catheter, but they're gonna figure out a way to like, and then it gets dumped on a homeless person or something. And they'll be like, well, it's a necessary evil.
Well, unfortunately, there's no other place to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometime in the next 10 years, they're going to be marketing diapers to, no, they're cool now.
Yeah. Hey, I think they're pretty cool already.
Hey, yeah, I've always said they're
I've
cool.
never thought they weren't cool.
Yeah.
Especially ones with the Jim Henson Sesame Street Muppets on them.
They don't make those for adults.
I know.
In adult sizes.
I mean, I had to...
Tape them together.
Yeah, I cut them and then I fortify. Yeah.
Fortify.
Yeah. With other things.
Is that what you call being in a diaper? Fortifying it?
No, it's what I do. I don't want to explain my diaper routine to you.
Yeah, you're too immature about it.
Tom, grow up.
But it's a heat wave. It's very hot. That's
Yeah.
what it means.
Wow.
And it's like so hot that there was like a thunderstorm the other day, and then after it was done, it was still really hot outside,
Yeah.
which didn't make sense.
This is what I was thinking. I was thinking at that point, is it just me, or normally after a thunderstorm do things cool off around here?
Yeah. I think that was you saying that in the street.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
heard some guy saying that.
And it turned out, and everybody, a lot of people were like, it's not just you.
Yeah.
That's typically what happens after a thunderstorm during a heat wave.
Summer thunderstorms, one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
They're always nice.
Romantic.
Not everything has to be romantic.
But
I like how dangerous it is.
I don't like how dangerous lightning is.
Yeah, you're always afraid you're going to get hit by lightning.
I'm not afraid that I'm going
It's
to
like
get
a
hit
couple
by
of months ago, I told the story about seeing somebody get hit by lightning, and you were terrified after
It's
that.
just, I don't see why we're not worshiping lightning at this point. Electricity shoots out of the sky.
Yeah.
Just randomly kills
And it's like a
people.
crazy thing, because it's basically just like a giant version of like stack electricity.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Right.
They took a fun thing and made it dangerous.
They. Now, who is they?
Dude, whoever's pulling the levers,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
instead of just using a balloon to make your hair go up, they're
You're-
frying your insides
Yeah. At random.
at random, yeah.
At random. Could be any one of us.
Or sometimes if you've smited God.
Yeah. Well,
And
no,
you-
God smites you if you've
Oh,
spoken ill of him.
Well, but if you,
I'd like to see you try to smite God, Tom.
yeah, well, then he wouldn't be able to hit me with lightning.
Man, if you were just like, great news, everybody, I've killed God. I for one, would be like, I don't know where to start with
I'm
this
gonna
thing.
need some proof.
Yeah. That's a lot of information. Tom, what do you do during a heat wave? I imagine you just park yourself in front of an air conditioner until it all blows over.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, this week, since I have the luxury of working at home if I want, that's been a luxury I've taken part in, because I went in to where I work on Monday of this week when it I think it was at the first day of the heat wave when the heat wave started.
It's hard to even pinpoint.
I'll have to
It's
go.
been so
I'll have to
hot.
go back through my letters to see.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Was it hot when you were? Were you uncomfortably hot when you were standing on the street watching these two people rooting for them to kiss in the car the other day?
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, that was
yeah.
Monday.
Even at night, it's like it's hot, man.
Hot as hell out here.
Yeah. Once
Hey,
one
the back of my neck. It's getting dirty and gritty.
once one of you gets out of the car, you're gonna instantly be sweating, and then you're gonna be in no mood to make out.
That's true. I don't want to look. I
what?
don't want to say anything here, but everybody, we got to figure out a way to dry off your backs if you're gonna be in public.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. On Monday, like I went in, and it was actually like kind of fine on the way there. I was surprised that like I didn't get all gross and sweaty. But then when I was leaving, well, I was telling you, the whole neighborhood was crawling with shirtless teenage boys
Yeah,
coming from the pool.
yeah.
They're all over.
You're like, get out of here, teens.
Yeah. No, I went to get a slice of pizza at the pizza place for lunch, And like, Jesus, 30, and like, I can be mad because I was this teenager. 30 teenagers, and each of them on the line when it was their turn. How much is... Oh, okay. How much is 4 garlic knots? 5 garlic knots is $2. Okay. How much is 4? Like they're not wearing shirts and we're in a restaurant.
Yeah.
This is a nice restaurant.
It was a pizza place.
It's a pizza place.
Yeah. I know the place you're talking about. It's not that nice.
Yeah, and like it's not that big either. So like they're just like, it's like, oh God, none of you touch me. None of you like
Teenage boys, I swear to God, if they shouldn't be touching anybody.
yeah, and like some of these.
I don't know why I was so angry.
Wow, what a firm stance, Tim.
Everybody's so greasy.
Yeah.
You greasy teens.
Well, and all these shirtless teenage boys either like made me feel bad about myself because they were like ripped,
Yeah.
or I was like, oh come on, man, put a shirt on. Don't be walking around like that.
Everybody should always have a lot of clothes on. Have you noticed this around Brooklyn, Tom,
Like
lately?
like a lot of them, I'm like, you're like right in the midst of puberty, and like it's doing wacky things to your
Yeah.
body right now. Like,
I know it's hot out. But
yeah, things will eventually straighten out, I think. But for now, maybe a little modesty.
Have you noticed these people more like our age that seemingly make their own clothes?
What?
This is like
What do you mean?
the most
Out
Brooklyn
of felt?
Yeah, but like more like out of
They go to Michael's Craft Goods, buy some felt.
not felt. Felt would be too hot, but
Yeah.
like
Well, I'm talking about the winter.
yeah, I'm talking about now in the summer. I've seen people like families in like onesies that like are like silk or similar,
What?
like a thin
Tim,
material or
what
like
the hell Are you
canvas.
talking about? You see families in homemade silk onesie. Tim, that's a cult.
I thought maybe it was a cult, but they were like eating sandwiches and stuff.
Well, you can do that in a cult.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, it might have to
If
be
they're
like,
approved.
yeah, sandwiches they've approved of.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
it might
guess-
be like a weird combination that, you wouldn't be interested in eating.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw them on the subway. I saw them at a park. I saw them at a protest.
Wait, the same family?
No, different
Oh.
families.
All wearing matching silk onesies, you say?
Yeah.
That appear to be homemade.
Oh, they're definitely homemade. Otherwise, they got ripped off.
What, Tim? This is the most insane thing you've ever come in here claiming.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to take pictures because I was afraid.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You don't want to take pictures of kids, but
yeah. I don't know. It's just something I've been seeing a lot of lately.
I've not seen or heard, nor can I imagine why this would be the case.
I don't know. People, they're like, we like to make our own things. You know, like that kind of attitude.
I like to make our own onesies.
Yeah. They're probably people that are just like, nah, you know,
This is horrible.
commercialism. I don't want to wear clothes that were, made by children. Like, oh, okay, lady, you crazy,
Yeah.
right? But like, she's not like adept at like actually making clothes, so
Right.
she bought some material and did a bad job, and now her family has her husband's like, okay, you're right. That's just what I'm thinking.
I'll have to
But
keep...
one of them was playing with a frisbee. That's not allowed in a cult.
Probably not. Yeah, that seems like it might...
Two of them, not just one person with a frisbee.
throwing it and chasing it. I'll have to keep an eye out for these onesies. I would think a onesie would be the worst thing to wear in hot weather.
Why?
Because...
These looked very flowy and airy.
I mean, like a lot of girls wear like rompers, which that kind of makes sense, I guess. But if you got a one piece, you can't grab your shirt and billow it out and go, whoo, hot.
I don't think people do that. I don't think that's appropriate to do
I
for
do
some
it.
reason.
Woo, hot.
Yeah.
Let me get some air under
You
here.
are a guy that you don't take to the heat.
No, but I love it.
Yeah, I don't understand it because like you don't want to go outside ever.
No,
You love air conditioning. You just love like the
I kinda-
wastefulness of air conditioning.
no,
You're
I
like,
got...
how can I waste a lot of resources?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
because I got to pay for the resources, so I don't want to pay.
You're paying pennies for that.
Let me tell you this: pennies add up to dollars, buddy.
That's never actually
my
been proven.
electricity this past month was $70.
Wow. Is that high?
I don't know.
Tom, if you don't have air conditioning,
Uh-huh.
let me tell you, you got to rely on fans.
Okay.
Fans can be good or fans can be bad. Let me tell you.
Wow, you're really sitting on the fence on this one. You
Well,
don't want
no.
to piss anybody off.
Guess what? I'm gonna show my hand here.
Okay.
Here are all the fans from worst to best.
Oh.
Tom, the worst fan of all, a ceiling fan.
What? Why do you think of the ceiling? No, the ceiling fan's the best fan of them all.
No, because a ceiling fan, if you put it up to a high velocity,
It'll chop your head off.
it feels like the ceiling's gonna cave in.
What you're talking about is a poorly mounted ceiling fan.
I've never seen a non-poorly mounted ceiling fan.
I
then.
mean, I've been under some ceiling fans in my day where I'm like that's one bolt away from decapitating me.
yeah, exactly. So
And those ones you have to be careful. You can't turn them up too high. But if you've got a ceiling fan that's well mounted, you can crank it.
I don't know. I've never seen that
Make it
in a home. I've never seen that in a home.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go to very many nice places.
I don't.
I have a bunch of very well-off friends.
Well, the ones that my well-off friends have goddamn air conditioners, Tom.
Yeah.
The second worst fan, hand fans.
Just using your hand?
No, you hold them in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
You unfurl them.
Like a Chinese fan? Like
I couldn't say. I don't know where they're from, Tom.
The ones you unfold?
Yeah.
Well, there's the ones you unfold, and then there's like a southern fan.
Yeah, either
which
one.
is just like it's always locked in. It's
Yeah.
like the parasol to an umbrella.
A parasol that you can't
Collapse them?
You can't collapse
Maybe.
them?
Who knows?
I think you can.
Not all of them.
I don't know that to be true.
No, I've made one that you
Oh,
can't
you made one.
collapse.
Okay.
Yeah, it was handmade like that family's clothing. I didn't want to contribute to corporate umbrella companies.
That's fair. Big
I've had the
Samsonite?
same.
No, they make luggage.
They make umbrellas too, though.
Yeah. I think is that what I have? Totes. Big totes.
Totes, yeah. Gloves and umbrellas. That's
Mm-hmm.
their business.
Hey. Umbrellas and things with which to hold them.
Yeah. That's
A gloved hand.
their company slogan.
Yeah. And socks. And socks with the little grippy things on the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah, they make those
I like
too.
those. I like those.
Yeah, I feel like you don't see those as much nowadays.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
They should make a
As
comeback.
as a kid who was frequently slipping on hardwood floors, the grippy things on the bottom of a totes sock. Hey, thank you, Mr. Totes, wherever you are.
You've saved my life multiple
Yeah.
times. Let me tell you, Tim, there's a spot by my bed that I don't know why. It's so slippery.
You've been
And
waxing
now-
it too much?
No, hey. This is a family show, Tim. No, I think it's that, like, it's by the head of my bed, so I don't walk there very often. So, like, that's the only part of the floor that, like, is still, like, wax from when I moved in.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'll tell you, I've almost fallen out the window a few times slipping on that thing. I should get one of some of these grippy socks.
Yeah, I know a guy, Mr. Totes.
You just said you don't know if he's alive or not.
I don't know if he's alive, but I know I'm very good friends with his son
Okay.
or
Jr.?
daughter.
Toads Jr.?
Yeah, Tom, box fan. Too bulky. I feel like the
Yeah,
plastic
a
is always like too brittle.
Yeah, it's always like yellowed.
Yeah.
A box fan is like, it's a very utilitarian thing.
Yeah.
You know, like a box fan's fine for like a garage or something.
Yeah.
But when you got a box fan in the house, you're desperate. That's what's
yeah,
going
and
on.
it's usually like blocking a doorway or something. It's just not good.
Well, you got to kind of put it in a doorway because you're trying to pull
Yeah,
like
keep
cool
some
air
air
from
moving.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Yeah.
Window fans, those fake air conditioners. I don't know who they think they're fooling with those.
That's what I was gonna. I'm glad you brought that up because that's I feel like a close relative to the box
yeah,
fan.
that's why they're kind of neck and neck on the worst to best.
Yeah. Do you ever use your air conditioning, you have like a window air conditioners. That's what I have. I don't have central air. Sorry,
sorry, money bags.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess Tim and Tom are just poor.
Yeah.
If that's what you need. What is this fan? Is it a circle? Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, Tim. That kind of fan's not even on your list.
No,
I
it's
bet.
not. This is blowing my mind. Sorry.
What
were you gonna say about air
you ever
conditioning?
use the fan in your air conditioner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Keeps the air moving.
Yeah, and like that's got to be better on electricity. It's not
Definitely, yeah.
keeping everything cool.
Tom,
but
let me
that
ask
would
you-
not do shit for you during a heat wave.
No. I mean, it'd keep it from
It'd
getting
be
like
better
super
than
stuffy.
nothing,
Yeah, you're
but-
moving some stuff around. You're moving the molecules. Hey,
Yeah,
it's all about moving molecules sometimes, Tom. Let me ask you this about your air conditioner.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a brace under it that's holding it in place so it doesn't fall out the window?
I leave it up to Jesus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tom, let me tell you. I know you oddly leave your air conditioner in year round. Like
no,
in the winter, in like during a blizzard, your air conditioner is still in your window, which is weird because we live in New York City,
Yeah.
and like you only get like a couple windows in any apartment,
It's
and
true.
you permanently have this.
not always. Some years I take it out, and then some years it's just too much hassle.
Yeah,
Some years I badly cut my finger up,
I
on
always
those
cut on the,
blades,
yeah,
yeah.
on one side.
and then I go, you know what? Next year, you know what? Fuck you, air conditioner. You're gonna stay in the window
Yeah.
now.
I don't care how cold your butt gets.
Yeah, I don't care how like.
The
Poorly you
our
work
on its
next year.
face, and the other side is
Yeah,
its
it's
butt.
got its ass out the window.
I have our building requires us to have those braces.
Yeah.
It's great, Tom.
Why?
You just slide them out there. It's so easy.
Oh,
you know,
to get them in and out.
Yeah, you never have to like balance them. You never.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just telling you, safety first. And during a heat wave, safety is my top priority.
Well, I have like a ledge right under my window.
Yeah, that doesn't cut it. It could still fall out. If I opened your window all the
Well,
way, it would
I
fall.
kindly ask you not to.
I'll open whatever windows I want to, Tom.
No, I do take a lot of care because I think my air conditioner is like right over the entrance to the building. So I'm very careful because like if it was going to land on anyone, that's like where somebody would most likely be. I'm always amazed that like there aren't 10,000 deaths a year from falling air
I
conditioners.
think there are more than you think.
Yeah.
Like 9,000 probably.
Okay.
So I guess
Well, no,
less
that's
than
less
you
than
think.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Non-oscillating desk fans, Tom.
Huh. I didn't know they made non-oscillating
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. It's a sick, cruel joke.
Yeah.
When you're just like, maybe I'll just make this thing start turning, giving the old no sign.
No. Very slowly.
They stink. Little motorized fans. Those are pretty
How
good
long
because
is this list?
you can just hold them right up to your face.
Yeah.
And the best ones are the ones with the squirt bottles on there,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
don't make the list because that's essentially an air conditioner.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
That's not essentially. Do you think air conditioners are just squirting water into your apartment?
Essentially, that's what it is. I don't want to get into the science behind it, but that's. I think what you've just described is a poor man's air conditioner. Oscillating desk fans are next.
You've really broken this list out, huh?
Yeah, and then the Vornado is number one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got one of those at my house. Oh, I didn't. And those stand-up fans are somewhere in there too.
Is that just it's an oscillating stand-up fan,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, a stand-up oscillating fan I like because those
Yeah.
don't take up as much room as like a
Exactly.
box fan, and they oscillate.
Yeah, it's all about the oscillation.
But then if nobody's around, you can yank up the little pin. You don't have to make it oscillate. You can make it blow right on you.
Right on my goddamn face.
This week's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. These guys and gals and
know what they're doing.
everybody and websites, they know what they're doing.
So even if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah, if you don't know which way's up, they'll help you out.
and they know left and right as well.
Yeah, they'll
Up,
help
down,
you
left, right.
to make a beautiful website, such as showcasing your work, blogging, or publishing content. selling products and services of all kinds, promoting your physical or online business. You got a restaurant or a
I
store.
thought you were going to say promoting your physique.
You
That's
could
what I-
promote your physique.
That's
on
what I
there.
do. I have
A bodybuilder blog,
yeah,
a BBB.
hunkmuffintim.com.
Well, and you can announce an upcoming event or special project.
Yeah, I'll be doing a public flexing of my
Nice.
muscles.
Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box. They have a new way to buy domains and choose from over 200 extensions. You can get, it's not just .com and .biz anymore, Tim. You can get all kinds of dots.
Yeah.
Org. You can get .org. You can get .wish.
.pizza.
.pizza probably. Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can make it yourself. Easily create a website by yourself and make it stand out. And listen to this, the best part. Check out squarespace.com/guide for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code GUIDE to save 10% off your first purchase of a domain or of a website. A dream is just an idea that doesn't have a website yet. Make it a reality with Squarespace.
Ooh, I like that.
I came up with it myself. The fan that I have that you are admiring
Yeah.
is one of those Dyson. There's a Dyson Airblade.
Wow. It dries your hands after you.
No, it doesn't dry your. Well, I guess if you
It
put your
could.
hands in front of it, it would dry them.
Yeah. It's all dusty.
It is. You know what? I don't use it that much because I
Have an air conditioner in year round.
I have an air conditioner, but I
It's
also
a Dyson Cool.
Yeah.
It's a blue ring.
Well, because some of these things they do hot and cold. This one just does cold.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want hot air blowing on me right now, Tom.
Oh, it's plugged in. Look at that.
It's on. Where's that?
See, but it's kind of loud.
Not louder than the air conditioner that's been on this
Yeah,
entire
but-
time.
But it doesn't work as well as the air conditioner. This thing oscillates too. I forget how to make it. Maybe.
I don't know if this is the best use of our listeners' time right now.
You want me to just show you all
No.
the features of this
I
fan?
mean, I know the list of fans that I went through wasn't the greatest thing. Wasn't my finest moment, but at least like
you think everybody's listening?
I
Like, go back to the list.
I tried to keep it audio, oral at least.
You tried to keep it oscillating. The conversation, that is.
Okay, what do you want to talk about, Tom?
I want to talk about ways to beat the heat.
Hey,
baby.
yeah, fans, air conditioning. I've been talking
Why
about
did I
this.
forget where the button? Oh, there's the button.
Okay, Tom,
What? I'm making fan noises.
focus.
Ways to beat the heat.
Ways to beat the heat.
Number one, fans.
I can't argue with that.
Did you see the fan I had during the 4th of July?
No, we were outside.
Yeah.
in a park.
Which you probably think, like, Tom, you didn't have a fan. We were outside in the park.
Yeah.
I
Tom,
had-
here's what I was thinking.
What?
There's no way you could have had a fan. We were outside in a daggone park.
Well, hold on to your socks because I had a fan. And it was a little fan that plugged into my phone.
Oh, you're one of these guys.
What do you mean one of these guys? The thing's great. What?
What? Enough with the gadgets already. Who do you think you are?
Inspector Gadget?
James Bond?
No, it's a great gadget.
James Bond Jr.? James Bond's nephew?
It's a great gadget because it's just like one of those tiny fans you can hold right up to your face.
I like those.
But
Pro.
But this is a lot smaller because it doesn't have like a battery in it because it relies on your phone's battery.
Yeah, I don't need something that'll drain my phone's battery even quicker.
I don't think it trains it that quickly. I have no reference to that. It might drain my phone very quickly.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes staying cool is more important than making phone calls.
I'll agree with that.
You can make a phone call while you're using this thing too. Your phone works normally, except if you try and touch anything near the bottom of the screen, a fan will hit your finger.
But it's probably not like sharp.
It's not that sharp. I've sharpened mine significantly.
That's- well,
but
yeah.
razor blades on the edges to really cut through the air.
You know what a great thing to say to somebody when you're, bidding them adieu?
What's that?
You say, stay cool.
Yeah, stay cool.
Especially during a heat wave.
Well, but what if they're not cool to begin with? What if they're leaving because they're too hot and you tell them stay cool?
Then I think they'd appreciate the irony.
Well, you could say get cool.
No, but
then that sounds rude.
Yeah, that does sound rude.
Yeah.
Like they
Hey.
would probably understand, but a third party would be like, "What is this guy saying something rude?"
You
to
know what
this
I
person
say
he's
when
leaving?
I'm bidding adieu? I flip somebody a quarter and I say, "Here, buy yourself a personality."
Wow,
Yeah,
you do that to me every week.
yeah. You've got to have quite a savings now in your piggy bank.
No, the personality I'm saving up for is quite expensive.
It's a nice one.
It's a good one.
It's a luxury personality.
Man, imagine you could buy a personality.
God, that'd be great.
Like if somebody died.
I don't want a dead man's personality.
But, from like, or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think women don't have worthwhile personalities, Tom?
No, but like, what are you thinking? Like, oh, I'd buy Frank Sinatra's personality.
I wouldn't want his personality.
Yeah.
I'd like his gravitas, though.
Yeah, chairman of the board.
Yeah.
Say, I'm arranging a meeting.
What if we just started acting like Frank Sinatra? Just treating everybody like shit all the time.
It probably, I don't know.
Probably backfire on me, I think.
It'd probably backfire, but I think if you like powered through, you'd be doing better than ever.
Fake it till you make it. That's how
then-
the chairman of the board operates.
Yeah, and then once you make it, keep faking it. Double
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Fake it till the day you die.
Here's
Till your whole life is just exhausting. Because you're not being yourself.
Here's another way to beat the heat. And you might say, Tom, we've already gone over this, but air conditioning.
Yeah, we have gone over that, but hey, it's some of the best ways to beat the heat that I
Have
can.
you ever... I don't think I've ever done this, but I think it's mostly because I'm like too stupid to think of it. But have you
I
ever...
concur.
Have you ever purposely gone somewhere for air conditioning?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like just indoors. I'm saying like, let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
Get some air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
But like a movie is going to cost more than just cranking the air conditioning at your house.
You seem
Or maybe
very
you're
concerned.
thinking about electrical costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I mean, I want to conserve as much energy as possible, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
sorry,
I don't put
Tim.
on. But if I'm like out with for the day,
Yeah.
and it's oh god, it's hot. What do you want to do? They're like, hey, let's go see a movie. It'll be cool in there.
Hey, let's go beat the heat.
And guess what? It's usually a blockbuster in there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the summer, sure.
Yeah. Godzilla.
Yeah, you think of anything, they'd go the other way and put all the shitty movies out in the summer.
Yeah.
And all the...
People be there anyway.
Yeah, all
Trying
the...
to beat the heat.
all the-
In a way, they do, Tom.
That's true. I don't know if you've seen this new movie, Gotti, but that seems explicitly marketed at people looking to beat the heat.
Yeah.
So that's another way to beat the heat. My third way to beat the heat,
Yeah.
going for a swim.
Yeah.
Going for a dip.
It depends.
I mean, it depends. If it's like a hot tub, yeah, that's not going to cool you off.
Sometimes it's not worth it. I don't like going
Oh, yeah,
to.
if you're fully clothed.
There's a public pool near me where they shoot you with a hose before you go in the water, and that's
Nice.
the rule. But first, they make you go into the locker room, and a bunch of police officers watch you change into a bathing suit.
Wait, why do they do that?
I don't know. They say it's the law.
Are you sure they're actually cops?
They are. They have the uniforms and everything. And
You
they're-
can buy those on
and
eBay.
they're being real mean to everybody.
Okay, checks out then.
Yeah.
When you're getting shot with the hose, are you being deloused? Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
like, all right, so I go to this public pool with my wife sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, she's been going without me because I balk at being treated like a prisoner for no reason. 'Cause you have to-
They spray the women too?
they tell you have to take a shower before you go in the pool. I like this rule. I
Yeah.
think that's a good rule. Now, you can take a shower in both, and then as the women are leaving, they make you the entrance. You either got to go into the ladies' locker room or the men's locker room, and it's
Well, it's pretty nice that they let you do either.
yeah, no, the men aren't allowed in the ladies, and vice versa. And they're just like, they make you go there, and they're like, they make sure you have an appropriate lock for the lockers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to put your things in a locker. You're not allowed to bring anything out. No phone, no book. No, you're allowed to bring yourself and a towel.
Okay. And you have to be fully nude.
You have to be fully nude.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, and you have to take a shower. Now the ladies, they take a shower, and then there's just a lady sitting near the exit of the locker room out to the pool, and they're like, hey, you showered. I can tell your hair's all wet or whatever. And they're like, have a nice day, ladies. The men, there's just some lug with a garden hose there. And
just putting his
even,
his thumb over the
yeah,
the
and
top
even
of
if you've clearly showered,
yeah.
they just spray you with this really cold hose, and they're jerks about it because they're spraying you with a hose. Nobody's ever spraying you with a hose and like not being like, and it sucks. And you just gotta get sprayed by a hose and then just sit out on this pavement. They don't put chairs out or anything. And you're not allowed to have anything. You can't like read it. You just gotta like stand in the pool, and it's always very crowded. Anyway, going to the pool, one of the best summertime activities I can think of.
Ways to beat the heat and stay cool.
Yeah. Drink the water too, because you gotta stay
What?
hydrated.
No, don't drink the water.
That's what
Tim.
they say. Drink the
no,
pool
it's
water.
full of chlorine or bromine.
It'll clear you out.
Did you know that Disney like World? Actually, I think like all theme parks they use bromine.
Why did you
What?
say world so quietly? You went Disney World.
Well, I don't want to give them any unnecessary advertising. They use bromine instead of chlorine in their water.
Why?
It is cheaper, or no, it's more expensive. That's why pools don't use it. But it doesn't stain clothes the way chlorine can. Like chlorine can kind of bleach clothes. And if you're going down a log flume or something, you don't want to. And it smells a little more pleasant. That's why like the water at those places smells kind of unique.
Bromine?
Yeah. You get some bromine at home. You can take a Disney World shower. That's what I call it.
You know what? One time I was in my bathroom and I smelled something that took me back to Disney World Vacation from 1992. It was like the soap. It wasn't poop, Tom.
All right, you want to solve some problems?
Well, we still got some...
do you have more to talk about being the heat?
Yeah, this is what you got to do to stay safe during a heat wave.
Okay.
Drink water.
Or not from the pool.
Yeah, but maybe from the sea. When you're at home, turn off all your lights.
What?
The lights, they give off heat.
Not if you've got like fluorescence.
So
or
not
something.
everybody does.
All right. Well, I think not many people have incandescent bulbs anymore.
I think you're wrong.
Well, then they've been stockpiling them.
Well, turn off your lights. It's cooler in the dark.
All right.
And then tell spooky stories.
What?
In
well,
the dark.
That's going to get people all riled
It'll
up.
give you the chills.
Oh, I
You
see.
see?
Oh,
See what-
yeah.
see what I'm
Ooh, I need to go outside and warm up.
Avoid eating food.
Okay.
Just eat popsicles and creamsicles.
What
and-
about frozen food? Can I eat frozen food?
what kind of frozen food? As long as you don't heat it up, like
yeah,
a
a
hot pocket.
like a Hungry Man dinner.
Yeah, just as long as you don't put it in the microwave or anything.
I never
That's
do.
the perfect
I
summer
can't
treat.
wait.
Yeah,
Usually when I eat them.
and most importantly, Tom, during a heat wave,
Yes.
avoid at all costs getting heat stroke.
Yeah.
Don't
And
do
how
it.
do you do that?
Just don't do it.
And like, so what are some good
Some
ways
of the
to
other
avoid
boys
it?
might be like, "Hey, we're going out. We're gonna go get a heat stroke." Nope. Stay home.
Yeah.
Don't go get heat stroke.
It's not just a cheap way to get high.
No, I mean it feels great in the moment. In the
Doesn't
moment,
feel
it
great.
feels great.
Man, when I was a lifeguard and like, we'd have to get trained and then like recertified, I always have like in the textbook like the most disgusting like heat related health conditions.
Heat stroke,
Yeah, like heat stroke,
heat
like
plague,
like just crazy like
heat
sunburns.
boils. People
yeah.
get boils.
Yeah, different kinds of boils.
Back explodes.
Yeah, and it's like
It's all purple.
like if this happens, like the person turns purple,
Yeah.
and their like temperature drops.
What do you do? Throw them in the pool to cool them down?
You say, hey, you turn the hose on them usually.
Okay, you probably loved that.
No. We did have, though, I didn't partake in this.
You were a lifeguard. Did you mention
I was a
this?
lifeguard.
Okay.
One of the other lifeguards, big, mean, older lifeguard, when these kids wouldn't listen, he was like having a real Dennis the Menace situation with these kids who wouldn't stop running. He devised a plan to get them to stop running, which was he made basically like a water bottle of simple syrup that he would spray on them, and then all the mosquitoes would go after them.
Big kids, big mean kids. They're mean,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
they're crafty sometimes.
He got these kids to stop running.
Yeah.
They were always getting bit by mosquitoes.
Simple. Well, maybe they had to start running from the mosquitoes.
You can't run from mosquitoes.
He should have sprayed it right on the bottom of their feet, so they'd get all the bug bites, and then they couldn't even
Run around.
Run around.
Yeah.
You ever get a mosquito bite on the bottom of your foot?
Rarely, but
It
yes.
sucks because every time you try to scratch it, you get tickled.
I've also,
It itches.
I hate falling around pools.
Yeah, I don't like falling anywhere,
Yeah.
Tom. That's why I always wear my tote socks with the grippy.
Oh, even in the pool?
Yeah,
Huh? And they let you
they
do
work
that
surprisingly well.
when they shoot you down with the hose. They're
Here's the
like, and take
thing.
those off.
You gotta buy flesh color.
You gotta get the flesh
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
They're none the wiser.
All that man's toes are wet.
Also, when I go, I'm like the oldest person there,
yeah.
and like the most like
You're yelling at everybody to stop running.
No, it's just like everybody's like, "What are you doing here?" Yeah, you don't have to follow the rules. Just go do whatever you want. You're not going to cause any trouble. You're like more of an adult than literally anybody in the whole complex.
Yeah.
here.
Anybody working here? Anybody?
I'm
tending
older
here?
than the cops.
Yeah.
I'm like being nicer than the cops.
That's usually how you can get out of a ticket too. If you just tell a cop you're older than them.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm old enough to be your father, officer.
Yeah. So no, I don't think you will be giving me a ticket.
Now, march back to that car and think about what you've done.
Yeah. Usually
Got a
works.
good mind to call your father, who's a good friend of mine. Do you want to solve a problem?
Sure.
Hello and welcome to Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems, where we're going to solve a problem or two. I'm Tim,
Tom.
and we're here to solve problems. Tom,
And kick ass.
this...
And we're all out of problems.
Yeah,
Oh no, we got a new one in.
yeah. I never understood that line. I'm here to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum. Is that the thing?
So guess what? He's gonna be devoting 100% of his attention on kicking ass.
Who cares?
You would if you're getting your ass kicked.
You ever been in a fight, Tom?
You ever gotten your ass kicked? I've not been in like as an adult. No.
As a kid, did you get into fights?
Never like intentionally.
Just like,
I can tell you more off air, but like somebody tried to get into a fight with
somebody
me.
stop me.
No, somebody like thought I did something and like threw a punch that I like ducked, and I was like, "Stop doing this! Why are you doing this?" And that person is in jail for murder right now.
Wow.
Yeah, not
Oh.
me. He didn't
Yeah.
murder me.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
it was
just
like a
sad
very
story.
violent person.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, like you misconstrued what just happened. Like,
I think everybody has a story about that guy.
yeah.
Eh.
And that was like the closest or the oldest I was where like it technically like was a fight. I was just like my only thing was like trying to stop this from
Yeah.
happening because I didn't want to be in a fight.
Me
I
neither.
wasn't mad.
Oh, no, I'm not mad. In fact, I'm laughing. Is that a
That's what I kept saying. No, I think it's funny actually.
Tom, this one comes from a guy named Drew. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because the subject line is a forward.
Okay.
It's forward, like FWD.
Was this forwarded from like a company's human resources
Yeah, I don't
department?
know.
Are they outsourcing problems?
Forwarded. I need some clarity and on a congratulations I got from a coworker.
Okay.
Dear Tim and Tom, first time, long time, I come to you today in need of your sage wisdom. He
Like
thinks we're
the
wise.
spice.
Yeah. I recently got a new job title at work.
Herb.
Herb.
I
recently got a new job title at work.
Wow,
and
congratulations.
the Drew did, not me.
I was saying congratulations to Drew.
You were looking in my eyes.
I'm sorry, I'll close
and you were
my
holding
eyes.
a pennant that said, congratulations, Tim.
I would never have such a pennant.
I recently got a new job title at work, and it came along with a small promotion and even smaller pay raise. Truly nothing to write home about. Certainly something to write about to a podcast
Yeah.
about, though. Upon hearing...
Well, I guess we're not home.
Upon hearing the news from our manager, one of my coworkers congratulated me by looking me dead in the eyes without any hint of happiness or enthusiasm, eyebrows perfectly straight, like Bert, no smile, no blinking, again, like Bert,
Right.
and saying, wow, congratulations, that's so great. Now you can afford to go to the thrift store and buy new pants. Much
Wow, this
later
guy
in the
got
day.
roasted.
Yeah. Much later in the day, she said, sorry if I offended you before about the pants thing. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't feel offended at the time, just confused, but her apologizing made me wonder if she actually did mean it in an offensive way. What could that comment have meant?
Yeah.
Have possibly meant? Should I have felt offended? Do I need to go to the thrift store to buy some pants? Do I need to show her the pants I bought? Confounded in corporate America, Drew.
It's
Yes,
so-
feel offended. That was an insult.
Oh, absolutely. Because, like, and that's such a specific, like, the idea that you, like, not go to the store and buy some new pants, go to the thrift store, because that will be a step up from pants that, like, you must have found in the garbage or something.
Do you think Drew wears the same pants every day?
That would be my question, because I've been,
I got a 3-pant rotation going.
okay.
Um,
My rotation's been all screwed up because of the summertime now.
shorts.
Well, yeah, shorts for sure.
Shorts for short. They call me shorts for short.
Like these shorts I wore yesterday.
This is very appropriate for the heat wave episode.
Yeah.
Shorts, that's number 1 on the list. We didn't even talk about shorts this whole
Yeah,
time.
put on shorts or a skirt.
Yeah. Just watch out. Don't go over a grate. That
Right.
will,
Because there might be a
Pull the
pervert
skirt
down
up.
there
Yeah.
taking up skirts.
yeah.
Oh, wait, what were you implying?
I mean, either one. It's a goddamn nightmare for people, for women.
or you might just fall down the grate sometimes.
Yeah, especially if you're wearing high heels.
Right, or if you're two-dimensional.
That's true.
Yeah.
A tune.
If you're a cartoon.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I've been a party to like controversy surrounding people not having more than one pair of pants before. 2 things I can remember. One thing, when I was a kid, there was a teacher that, like, this was in like 6th grade when we'd have to like switch for different subjects. So like you go to a different teacher that wasn't your teacher.
Yeah.
It was like prepare for high school, where guess what? This shit's going to happen all day, every day in high school.
Different teachers every 42 minutes.
Yeah. So
Like at a Lost or something.
there was one teacher that everybody was like, yeah, this teacher's wearing the same clothes every day. And then to prove it, somebody put gum on her butt. And sure enough, that gum was on her butt the next day. So that was one case.
Did you tell her to then go buy thrift
No,
shop
I didn't tell her
pants?
anything. In fact, I said, nah, don't put gum on her butt. She's going to feel that. Also, don't touch her butt.
Yeah. Also, just like cool it.
Yeah.
Be cool, 6th graders.
And then a job I had right out of college, it was noted by somebody that there was one guy that wore shorts every day, and it was the same pair of shorts, and this was like the winter. And then he got in trouble. I'm surprised he wasn't fired because
For wearing shorts.
no, for creating a MySpace account That's how long ago this was.
Mm-hmm.
That was just this guy's shorts. He like found them on like the Gap's website or something, and then went and became everybody's friend on
that's mean.
MySpace. Yeah, it was a classic case of bullying.
So, Drew, this woman was being mean to you.
Yeah.
She wants you to know that she thinks she's better than you because you very clearly wear the same pair of pants every day, and she thinks they're kind of gutter pants.
See, that's the missing piece of information here.
I think Drew knew that he was withholding this information.
He needs to tell us, like, in fairness, I wear the same pair of pants every day.
I think this is a little bit of kind of image rehab on his part, being like, I don't know, I wasn't offended because it was just so bizarre. Drew, you know why this woman said this stuff to you.
Damn well.
Look, sometimes you just got to take a look in the mirror and be like, hey, look, I don't have that many pairs of pants because guess what? You don't need that many pairs of pants.
Just be careful of the ones you got.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't accept that, you know what? They got straight eyebrows like Bert the Killjoy. They never smile like Bert the Killjoy. She's probably just more obsessed with pigeons and her goddamn bottle cap collection.
Yeah, I was going to say, collecting bottle caps.
Yeah, you know what? Pay her no mind. Yeah, she was trying to offend you. No, you shouldn't be offended. Because who would get offended by somebody so petty?
Yeah.
And so joyless?
Here's my tip on keeping the number of pants you have low. Get a few pairs of pants. Like you said, you have a 3-pant rotation. That's probably about what I have at any given time. You got to make sure those pants like all look fairly similar to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Too. And then you keep everybody on their toes. Like if one of those pairs of pants is like a bright orange pair of pants, guess what? People are going to remember when you wear those pants. If they're 3 pairs of the same style and brand jean, just in like slightly different shades of blue, you can keep them guessing all day long.
My only fear is that people I see every day will think I only have one pair of pants.
My only fear is ghosts.
That's fair.
No, I'm just kidding. Aliens too, being abducted by aliens. I'm
what
also
about
afraid of.
chainsaw murderers?
No, I'm fine. You know what? I don't encounter that much in my day to day. But ghosts and aliens, they can get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Like if somebody in this apartment building was a chainsaw murderer, I would have been hearing chainsaws for a little bit and been like,
you haven't been hearing them?
No, and I've always got an ear out for them. An ear out for chainsaws, an eye out for hot dates. Wrapping up in car to goes.
Thanks for the email, Drew, and hey.
Enjoy that new pair of pants.
Yeah. Hey.
And listen, you don't have to go to the thrift shop. You can, go anywhere. You can probably get pants cheap nowadays because we're in the middle of a heat wave.
Send us your address. We'll send you some pants.
I'm not going to send you
I'll
some
say
pants.
send us your address and your
Well,
size.
now you're no different than this woman, Tim.
No, I don't want him to have to spend his meager raise on it.
He's got a
and
raise.
I want him to be like, hey, Cynthia, guess what?
Listen.
Eat crow now. I did what you said.
No raise is too meager to not be able to splurge on a new pair of pants. Sure, not any pair of pants, but you get a pair of pants for $20 nowadays. New. Let alone if he takes her advice and goes to a thrift store.
I'll send you some used pants and you'll like them.
I'll send you a pair of used corduroys that you're going to love.
Hey, we're already broken in.
Hey, if you're going to stick to one pair of pants, don't make it corduroy.
Hell no.
Yeah. People hear you coming. B, corduroys can get sweaty. Do you have any corduroy pants currently?
No. I don't think so. No.
I don't think I do either.
Yeah. I don't think I've worn
Out of
corduroy
fashion.
pants in like 6 or 7 years. If you like the show, you can find out more information at tcgte.com. If you have a problem you'd like us to solve in a future installment of Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems, you can email us at thecompleteguidetooeverything@gmail.com. We're doing that live show in London in September. Really, if you want to go, get your tickets soon. I know it seems far off, but then it's going to sell out at some point.
Month after next.
You can do the Facebook stuff at facebook.com/completeguide. You can do some good social media engagement stuff there. Follow us on Twitter at Complete Guide. Follow me on Twitter at Your Pal Tim. And that's also on Instagram.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Reynolds.
There's a Reddit thing. You can find that. What else do people do?
You almost got through the whole thing, Tim.
Oh, you could, if you want to support the show.
Yes. The most important one, Tim.
You can support our Patreon. You get extra episodes of mini episodes every week. Fast Food Friday. This new awesome show, Hitting Our Heads. A lot of different things. You can check that
there's a
out.
pilot for Hitting Our Heads out there.
Yeah, we want to see how it's going.
How it scores with certain demographics.
Yeah. That's tcgte.com/pledge. Or support us by doing your Amazon shopping by going to tcgte.com/Amazon. That brings you to the same Amazon you know and love. We get a little bit of a thing from them when you do that. It's an affiliate thing. Tom, I got an idea. Was that all the plugs?
Yes, I think so.
I feel like you're gonna shoot this down, so I wanna make it public, so maybe I can get some public buy-in from
Okay.
a bunch of us, friends of ours, are going renting a house, and all going on a weekend trip together.
Yeah, we're gonna trash it.
What if we record an episode in the middle of the night at that house?
Why?
I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
With,
In the
with
yard or
other
something.
people, or
no,
just the two of us?
Just the two of us.
No.
Maybe around the campfire.
Yeah, and we'll
Scary
tell everybody
stories.
else to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
right.
just like, hey, be quiet. We're
Yeah.
recording.
Hey, listen up.
Yeah.
Listen, you're about to get the thrill of your lives.
Yeah.
Us doing an episode.
Maybe at least a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, maybe a
Maybe we'll
Patreon
tell
thing.
ghost stories.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that episode. It's been done now. Years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was like, let's stay up for 24 hours straight and then record an episode.
Yeah.
And you were like, nah. And so we didn't.
Wow.
I want to do more stunt episodes, Tom.
Yeah. All right. We'll do a stunt. I mean, it's audio. We could say we're in the
I don't
middle
want to
of
say it.
wilderness.
I want it to be real
wanna-
life.
Yeah.
I'm a documentarian, if nothing.
Good. That was a test, Tim, to see if you were truthworthy or not.
Truthworthy?
Yeah. And you
Worthy
are.
of truth? Everybody's worthy of truth, Tom.
Not everybody.
This is T-Bone and T-Bone telling you to live your truth and never die.
And hey, stay cool.
Tom? Stay cool.
We'll see you next week.
That was a HeadGum podcast.